Hey guys, Adam here with another video for you today, and this video is a little bit different because in this video I need your help. So let's recap. So back in 2013, I had the opportunity to go on a short-term mission trip to Guajara Marin, Bolivia. Now for those who don't know where Bolivia is, it's located in central South America. Now unfortunately, unlike some of the other countries in South America, there's no ocean that borders it. So therefore, getting goods and services to Bolivia is very expensive, and as a result, there's quite a bit of poverty in that country. Now there was a couple here in the U.S., Gary and Jerry Zimmerman. They were very moved by what was going on over there, just the poverty and the abuse and the suffering, especially with the kids. And so they kind of teamed up with a local church in Bolivia and started an orphanage called Andrea's Home of Hope and Joy. And this orphanage was kind of dedicated to their daughter Andrea, who had passed away unfortunately due to cancer a few years earlier. So here you can kind of see the layout. This was actually a couple years prior to me heading down there. So they have these things called casas, and they're basically, casa means home in Spanish, and that's pretty much what it is. There's dorms in there for boys and girls, but there's also a full kitchen and living room and dining room and all that kind of stuff. And they're trying to mimic to these kids what family life is supposed to look like. There's actually a couple, a husband and a wife, that live in there. They've chosen to kind of move out of the local area into this orphanage and be a kind of surrogate mom and dad to these kids. And so in this picture on the right, Casa 1 and 2 kind of make that U there, 3 and 4 are above it. When I had joined up in 2003, they had just finished Casa 3. It was ready to be finished off, finished electrical, finished plumbing, and all that kind of stuff. And I believe the chapel was also built at that time. So a little bit about me. I had kind of grown up in the trades. My dad was an electrical contractor, and so me and my brothers, we kind of grew up on the job site, either working with him or working with other guys in the trades. And so when somebody at my local church kind of found out that I had that background, I was kind of recruited to team up with them and go down on the next trip to do the finished electrical on Casa 3, and also on the chapel and the barn, which they had just put up recently. And I remember walking in the front gate and just being mobbed by all these little Bolivian kids that were like, screaming "Tio, Tio," which means uncle, and they're just, to them, your family. As soon as you walk in that door, they know that you are there to help them, and they are just so grateful. And even the adults were just very grateful that we would be willing to sacrifice our time and our money and our efforts to get down there and help them in whatever they needed help with. One of the coolest things I learned on this past trip was that you never really know what God has in store for you. I had in my mind, my mission was to go down there and to be an electrician and to work on the house and the casa and take care of any electrical issues that they needed. But I remember getting there, and on the very first day, we're all sitting around and enjoying dinner, and the director, asked, "Hey, coincidentally, does anybody know how to weld?" And I had welded a little bit in my past, kind of just horsing around and whatnot, building go-karts and stuff as a kid. And I said, "Sure." And he was just so thankful, because I guess they had received a ton of these pedal carts from a woman in the area who had them, and I guess she would lease them out to the public, and they would kind of bike around the common with these little carts. She was moving away, and they had all gone in disrepair, and so she donated them to the orphanage. It's like 20 of these pedal carts or something, all in disrepair. And so me and a buddy, Fred, kind of looked them over, and we kind of went through the town asking around if people knew how to weld, or had welding equipment rather. And we found this one guy who had this crazy old welder. The thing looked dangerous as anything, but we managed to get it working. And we spent a day or two welding these things up, and it was amazing. These carts, which had been sitting idle for like a year in the garage, after a day or two of work, and all of a sudden, the kids are out and about, and they're racing up and down, having just an amazing time on these things. It was such a blessing to see and to be a part of that. So where are we today? Well, I just received word from one of my contacts down there that they are already well underway with Casa 4 because Casas 1 through 3 are at max capacity, which kind of just shows the need that they have down there. So I guess the plan is to have Casa 4 ready for rough electrical around the end of June time frame. So that's when I'm looking to head down for the second trip. They're also, I think, building a residence over at the farm so that somebody can be there full time to kind of just keep an eye on things. And I also would like to bring my daughter this time around. I think it would be a great opportunity for her to just go down there, not only to serve, but to kind of see what the real world is like. You know, not everybody has the luxuries that we have here in America. So yeah, so that's the plan. End of June time frame, her and I to head back down there to serve. So this is where you guys come in. The cost to send one person down there is about $2,400, half of which is for the plane ticket alone. Because as you can imagine, it's not cheap to send somebody to Central South America. The other half is for things like living expenses and food and just all the paperwork and red tape, vaccinations and whatnot to get somebody, you know, prepared to head down there. So if anybody who is watching this video is feeling led to support me in this adventure, first of all, I am so thankful, much appreciated for all your help, because really without the money or the donations rather, I can't make this trip. So it is because of you guys who are willing to kind of step up and just throw a few bucks my way. It is because of you that I am actually able to go there. And so thank you so much. I'll probably put something maybe here that you could click to donate. I'll have a page set up on my One Circuit website where you can donate. It's through PayPal. And yeah, and I'll keep track of the donations. I think I have a little thermometer or something on the site there, so you can kind of keep track and see where we're at. And so again, just thank you so much. I do want to make a video while I'm down there to kind of show you guys what it's like. I do have some stuff I think out there on YouTube. You might be able to find some funny stuff that happened last time I got down there. I got bombarded by a swarm of 3 Stinger Hornets, which was very interesting and comical at the same time. So you guys can see that. But anyway, thank you so much again just for listening to this and for all your support over the years with my YouTube channel and everything else. And so I guess that'll do it, guys. Thanks a lot for everything. God bless, and we'll catch you on the next one.